it was given Michael Myers. Scarecrow was given Michael Myers. Like, only Michael Myers can walk around and follow people like that. Who do you think you are, Scarecrow? Stay in your lane. You know, it's so unfortunate sometimes when a franchise you can tell when they're trying, but they just cannot, absolutely not meet the expectations of the very first film. And in this case, oh God, they tried so hard. I love the first Strangers movie, back in 2009 or 10, something like that. They were actually strangers. They were actually in the middle of nowhere. The couple genuinely did not know, what was happening, why it was happening, who these people are. It was just more like authentic and just, I don't know, y'all, like, oh, the Hog. I'm going to do a few spoilers. If you've already seen the movie, please comment and let me know. Like, am I tripping or something? Like, I honestly, I felt like in the beginning, it was definitely giving Michael Myers, right? Like the whole hospital. I know I'm not the only one. I cannot be the only one. It was giving Halloween. Why did they? I think this franchise should always stick to either a cabin in the woods, a home in the middle of nowhere, or something like that. Not like hospitals and malls and. Do y'all agree? It just gave Halloween. Which Halloween was that? Was that the first Halloween in the hospital, Michael Myers? And she, was running from Michael Myers in the hospital. That's what it was giving. It's like, why? No. They're supposed to be in the house, right? They're supposed to be in the house trying to survive. No hospitals. Anyway, the majority of this movie, guys, I really felt like I was watching like some type of survival movie. It just didn't give, it gave horror, but I honestly got tired of watching her trying to survive out in the woods. I'm like, come on, like, let's get the stuff moving. Okay, you've been stabbed. You're trying to survive in the woods. You're trying to hide. As I was saying. So yeah, it's like, okay, we see you've been stabbed. We see you bleeding out. We know that, right? That's been established in the very beginning of the movie. When you were running around the hospital trying to survive. So now we have to witness a whole hour of you out in the woods trying to survive. We get it. What's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie when he was out there with the bear? That's what it reminded me of. Like, just some type of survival movie. And yeah, she was surviving. But this is supposed to be a horror movie. Not necessarily like so focused on her trying to survive in the woods. Am I making sense? The Hog. Okay. It's like, okay, I get it. I saw what they were trying to do. Oh, okay. But still. Again, okay, I understand they did the flashback with her and the hogs, the little pigs when she was little and all of that. But what I'm still not understanding the point of that. It was a little intense. Yeah, it was a little thrilling to see the hog run up and. Okay, so I will admit what was kind of like eerie about that was at first they did not reveal what it was that was chasing her, right? So I'm thinking that it was just one of the, I just assumed that it was, Scarecrow chasing her and she, ran into the car or whatever. But then I'm like, no, I'm like, that's some type of, I thought it was a bear. After I realized it wasn't Scarecrow, I realized, okay, maybe it's a bear. So then they revealed it was the hog. But they spent a lot of time on that even. They spent a lot of time on her in the car trying to figure out what it was. And then her fighting the hog. And then, oh God, after she killed the hog, y'all, after she stabbed the hog the first time, you know, I promise you, it was at least 2 full minutes of the hog just grunting and growling and making noises. And then she realized that it's still moving and stuff or whatever. She stabbed it 3 more times. And then we had to listen to like 2 more minutes of the hog grunting and like, okay, like, I don't know. This was it doesn't fully even make sense to me, really. I understand that the Scarecrow and the other girl, you know, they have the bond. Experienced an ungodly amount of time witnessing the hog die. I guess a few of the people who she suspected were the killers weren't quite the killers. But Scarecrow was still one of the killers, but he was with the other girls. But then the other 2 who I kind of thought was in cahoots with the killers ended up with their necks slashed. Y'all, I don't know. I thought she was going to get away. A detective came to the scene when she was there, and they almost got away. And then as soon as the freaking detective opened the door, he gets a freaking arrow to the eye. She steals his truck. His truck starts smoking. I would have just rather had another home invasion type of movie. I feel like they were trying to do too much. The Strangers franchise is about being in your comfort zone and being invaded. And I get it, right? I think I get it. I don't understand. I've watched a lot of reviews, y'all, and I'm not the only one who is like, what? Okay, so the hospital scene. Let's go back to that. Can y'all explain? Maybe I missed it. Maybe I was opening up my daughter's nacho bag. Maybe I was handing her her icy. Maybe that's when I went to the bathroom before the movie started. I don't know. Where were the other doctors and nurses? Why was it an empty hospital? Where were all the overnight doctors and nurses? Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Did I miss something? Maybe that was during the time I was turning down the volume on my phone. I don't know. Why weren't there any overnight doctors and nurses in the hospital? Can y'all explain that to me? I don't know. I think they were trying to give Halloween vibes. Okay. In the morgue, they were making eye contact. They were clearly looking at each other. They were clearly looking at each other. He saw her. So why would he let her get away? I mean, you've been trying to kill her. You see her straight through this thing. Maybe he just wanted to egg it on. I don't know. The poor janitor walked in, child, got his whole chest caved in. Poor guy. I don't know. So, guys, so eventually she's in the detective's truck, and she finds this home, not realizing that it was the home of the people, you know, who she was riding with in the first place from the hospital. She jumped out the car because she was suspecting them, you know, to be the killers. But she ended up right back at their doorstep, and things got weird. Things got weird in the house. Very tense, very weird. I would have tried to sneak out. She woke up. She was all, you know, fixed up and patched up and everything. But things were very, very, very tense in the house. But I'm still confused on if Scarecrow was one of the guys. Scarecrow was the guy with the smiley face, right? So that means the other two girls whose necks ended up slashed, they didn't know that what Scarecrow was doing. And another thing. Now, I know there's some strong kids out here, but the flashback scene when they were knocking on the door and the girl was, you know, he was like, is Tamra there? And, you know, doing stuff that kids shouldn't be doing anyway. Shouldn't have been kissing any freaking way. But I'm like, would she have been strong enough to like kill that girl with that rock? You know what I mean? Now, I know any type of blow to the head can be dangerous, but I was like, my God, like when the girl stood there, I guess Tamara, she stood there and like was in shock for a minute looking at her with the rock, like, golly, you couldn't fight back a little bit, girl? You couldn't run real fast? You couldn't, even after you got hit the first time, you couldn't like try to fight back a little bit? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Just wait until it streams. The first Strangers is the GOAT. Okay, I don't see any flaws. Actually, I watched the first Strangers like 3 weeks ago. I don't see any flaws in that movie. I don't see any flaws in Strangers. I don't see any flaws in Ready or Not. I love Ready or Not. What else? I don't know. I just have to think. Like, I don't know, guys. They should make Ready or Not a franchise. Ready or Not 2? Or Ready or Not Here I Come. Ooh, that'll be a good part 2. I don't know, y'all. Just wait until it streams. You know, it's definitely not a must-see. Anyway, I have other movie reviews, y'all, in my playlist, my movie review playlist. So pick your poison on my page. I have all of my different videos. I think what turned me off is, I guess, when you watch, like, you have expectations for certain franchises, you know. And I guess I just got tired of her running around like she was Laurie Strode or somebody. I don't know, with this freaking hospital gown on. It was given Michael Myers. Scarecrow was given Michael Myers. Like, only Michael Myers can walk around and follow people like that. Who do you think you are, Scarecrow? Stay in your lane. You are not Mike. Bye, y'all. Guys, I think what turned me off is, I guess, when you watch, like, you have expectations for certain franchises, you know. And I guess I just got tired of her running around like she was Laurie Strode or somebody. I don't know, with this freaking hospital gown on. It was given Michael Myers. Scarecrow was given Michael Myers. Like, only Michael Myers can walk around and follow people like that. Who do you think you are, Scarecrow? Stay in your lane. You are not Mike. Bye, y'all. Review. All right. Can we come into some type of agreement? We're going to start opening up our snacks before the movie starts. Okay? I am so tired of hearing, and I am not even the person that gets easily annoyed in the movie theater, but I was so annoyed last night. The teenagers laughing, and it's not even like they were laughing at the movie. They were laughing within their own conversations. It's like, did y'all come to the movies just to laugh and talk, or did y'all come to see the movie? Okay, we're going to start opening up all of our snacks before the movie starts. So the other people don't have to hear you crunching your Dorito bags and crunching your nacho bags. All right? Cool.